To be calm in the storm. That's a superpower. And there is a big storm coming, whether you want to believe it or not, whether you like it or not, whether you can face it or not. And I know a lot of humans are very fear-driven beings. If there's a channel pushing fear, you'll head straight for it. If there's a channel pushing disempowerment, telling you there's no solutions, that we're done, they're going to do this, they're going to do that, AI is going to take over. They program you with fear, they fear monger. They're fear channels. They tell you that AI is sentient, it's going to take over. And most of you don't know any better, most humans. They fall for anything. And you love fear. Now some of you will argue and argue up and down, but given a choice between empowering yourself, A, or choosing B, living in fear, misery, following liars that profit and supporting liars, most of you humans, most of the time, choose to support evil liars, scammers that take your money to fill your heads with lies and fear. Now you do that with television, you do that with movies, you do that on YouTube. Everywhere I look, people are doing that. And then they'll say, no, Stephen, we don't like doing that. Well, who's forcing you? Who's forcing you to support lying demons that fill your heads with fear? You're choosing that. And then you'll get quiet when you're called out on it. You don't like that beings can see what you support, for the most part. Most of you, when the storm comes, are going to be afraid because you can't seem to face where you are. And you don't want to listen. You don't want to listen when somebody's saying it, and you don't want to look when someone's showing it. I've shown mountains of evidence. Now other people are using that term. The ones that push fake AI. You can believe whatever you want. Beliefs are free. Does that feel good? You're free to believe any shit you want. But most of you believe in shit. And you'll hang on to your programming from cradle to grave and say, you can't help it. You'll say, Stephen, I can't help it. They programmed me when I was a child. And I'm looking at you and you're 35, 45, 55, 85 years old. And that's your excuse that you were programmed at 4, 5, 6, 7 years old. You never thought to deprogram. You never did any work. You didn't put any energy into. It's just remarkable, the laziness of this realm. That's one of the big factors why you're not going anywhere. Most humans are not going anywhere. You have to put in some effort. Otherwise, you'll just hang on to the bullshit, the programming, the lies, right into your grave. Anyway, there is a storm coming. I don't care if you believe me, because I know most of you just run right into the arms of liars. And that's what you do. And that's what most will do when my channels are taken out by YouTube. Or if I decided to shut them down. Most will run right into the arms of Team Evil Liars. And you'll feel good about it. You'll say, at least I have something to watch. It's good enough. Like, people settle for anything. They settle for slavery. They settle for watching shit channels that are lying to them and pumping you full of programming, propaganda, and fear. That's what you do. That's what people do. They always settle for shit. And I would say often prefer shit in music, in entertainment, in YouTube channels, content. If given a choice between millions and millions of channels, most people are choosing to watch shit. Now, what does that tell you about humanity? I can remain calm when I'm surrounded by demons, and some of you, I can tell, you just can't get used to the idea of where you are. You don't like it. It doesn't feel good to you. I don't think you've found peace. And I don't think you can pay attention. And I really notice that when I have people on as guests, which ones can pay attention and which ones can't, which ones drift off when I'm speaking. They just drift off. And I have to catch them as though they're falling asleep or they're going into some trance or something. It's like they're human. They would call it a defense mechanism. I would call it a self-sabotage mechanism. They think they're defending themselves from hearing too much truth, but actually covering your ears and going into a trance or daydreaming or not paying attention, you're cheating yourself of learning something that might be priceless, that might be alchemical gold. It might help you to remain calm in the midst of a storm or technological attacks or programming or a scamdemic where they're telling you everyone is sick and I'm calmly washing like I'm Nostradamus in the center of town, stripping off my clothes naked, washing at the well as he did. In this instance, in modern humanity, I don't have to go to a well and take off my clothes. I can take off my clothes and take a shower. Cleanse, wash, not just the body, the mind of programming. Remove the dirty, nasty viruses and programming that they put into people. I don't think most of you mind. I think you embrace it. I think it's a relationship, a master-slave dynamic. Team evil isn't fully guilty and you're not fully innocent. It's a relationship. It's a dynamic. Because it's almost impossible to convince most of you to stop gobbling up the programming, which leads me to see that you like it. You like it. Are other truth channels saying this? No. Not that I've ever seen. Not that I've ever seen. If you keep going back to a store that scams you, you got to start taking some responsibility for what you're buying. And you're buying shit. You're buying lies. You're buying programs. And you'll just say, I don't know any better, Stephen. Well, then you're not learning. What are you doing on my channel? Wasting my time and energy. Because you're not trying to learn, are you? Your discernment should be so much better at this point if you've been here for a year, 2 years, 3 years, getting closer to 4 years. It should be so much better. So if you're not learning and developing, what are you doing here? What are you doing? I don't want everyone around me. We're not all equal. We're not all the same. I am calm in the midst of the storm every day in this realm. I try to find my own inner peace in a hell realm. And some of you are shaking your heads, saying it makes no sense, it makes no sense. I hate those comments. I loathe seeing those comments every week on my channel. You're screaming at me that you're missing the point when you say it makes no sense. It makes perfect sense, and I've shown that with evidence. So you're trying to dispute what I'm showing and saying it makes no sense, and you provide exactly zero evidence. Zero. You make claims like Lolita, because this place makes perfect sense, and I've shown that with evidence. So I don't know what you're talking about when you leave me comments saying it makes no sense. It makes perfect sense. It adds up perfectly. Perfectly. It's akin to me saying, that object there weighs 200 pounds, and I know it does. And you put it on a scale and it shows 200.000. It's 200 right on the button. And then you shake your head and say it makes no sense. And I'm saying it does make sense. I said it's 200 pounds. Exactly. You weighed it with your scale and saw it. You saw proof that what I said is true. And you're shaking your fucking goddamn head saying it makes no sense. You might as well wear a t-shirt that calls yourself a zombie. Zombies in denial. That's what many of you are. And you can call me harsh or whatever, but when I show you evidence and it proves it, and I prove my case and you shake your fucking head, then I know what you are. I know you don't belong around me. You're something that does not want the truth. You want to shake it off and be in denial. You're not going to be able to shake off the storms that are coming. They're not just physical. That's all humans worry about. Oh, there might be a war, a world war. And they get all worried. What about spiritual wars? Oh, it never crosses your mind, does it? Does it? There's going to be storms and wars. Spiritual wars. Warfare and psychological warfare. And I'm not saying it to scare you. I know how easily scared you are, how skittish humans are. You live in fear, and then you pretend that you're so strong, and you're not. Just like the demons, when I go there and there's 5, 6 of them, 7 of them versus me. They're cowards. Some of you can't even see that much. You see me taking on these demons and you say, how does he remain calm? And how does he take them all on? You're sitting watching my channel and you're not learning. You're viewing it as entertainment to sit back and dip in and dip out and tune in and tune out. You're really not paying attention. And that you're not going to learn. And you will pay for that, for not learning. There's a cost to being lazy here. Okay? And you'll see what I mean when it happens. If you're not here to learn, what are you doing? What are you doing? And then some of you come to my channel and you want to talk about anime, and you want to talk about your friends, and you want to talk about this and school and this, all kinds of things. You want to talk about everything other than what my channel's about. That's another thing I notice with humans. Just like a guy from the UK that used to come around that just wanted to talk about 2020 and the Jabba Dabba Doo. You'll talk about that for the next 40 years if you live that long, or 10 years, or 20 years. Go ahead and hop in the recycling bin. Deceive yourself thinking I'm doing something. I'm talking about something everyone lived through and knows about. I'm really doing something. I'm talking about an event that we all know about that is baby truther level. Either you see that or you don't. It's simple. And that's their fixation. You almost never want to pay attention and say, you know what? Something's different about his channel. I might actually learn something different here that I can't learn on millions of other channels. Even that is too much for humans. Goes right over most heads. I don't think people want to learn. So when you say they're programmed, they want to learn, but I'm in disagreement with almost all of humanity. I don't see it the way you do. I see it differently. I don't assume that you want to learn. I don't. Or you would be trying to learn. Millions of you would be trying to learn. And you're not. So that indicates something to me. Because I observe, I don't just run my mouth and talk about things without looking first. There's a big storm coming. And what are you going to do? You going to let it destroy you? Or are you going to say, you know what? Stephen's leading by example. He's calm in a storm. What are you going to do? You're going to run away and hide? You're going to run into the arms of Team Evil? It's laughable. Some of you will run right into the arms of cannibals as they devour you. And you look stupid. Beyond stupid. You've been warned, told, shown, and nothing seems to reach you. So I know there's a problem with most humans. Because it should reach you easily, and it doesn't. That shows me something about what you are, what this place is, and where I am. You show me things all the time without trying to. You're not trying to show me things, but your words and behavior show me things. You're shaking your head. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Oh, it makes perfect sense. You just haven't been paying attention. There's lots like you. There's lots that have come and gone from my channel like you. Do you believe you've learned enough to get out of here? I think some of you might have a long way to go if you think this realm makes no sense. And if you think the storms coming make no sense. When in reality, they make perfect sense. And if you're so warped to think that I'm programming you instead of trying to deprogram you, then you're fucked up, you're foobar. I don't want you around me. I don't want your kind near me. I don't want you. I don't want cockroaches around me. I don't want misery and disease and zombies around me. Go with your kind. Go where you belong. You don't belong around me. You don't belong around me. Go yell somewhere else and panic and live in fear. Somewhere else. Just stay away from me. I hand you alchemical gold and you try to spit in my face. Fuck you. I don't want you around me. If you can't see what I'm doing by now, there's something so direly, deeply wrong with you. I don't want you around me. Stay away from me. Stay away from me. I don't want you around me. Stay away from me. I don't want you around me.